Hello everybody, welcome back to Kubi Does It. I hope everybody's having a great day. Today we're going to take a deep dive into the history and evolution of one of the most essential tools for mechanics and DIYers alike, the torque wrench. From its humble beginnings over a century ago to the high-tech digital tools we use today, we'll explore how these tools have evolved, how to use them, and the pros and cons of each type. So let's get started. The torque wrench was invented in 1918 by Conrad Baer, who worked for the New York City Water Company. It was designed to ensure bolts were tightened to specific torque values, which was critical for preventing leaks in pipes and frankly still is today. This marked the beginning of precision tightening, a concept that is now fundamental, especially in automotive, aerospace, and industrial applications. So the earliest torque wrenches, like this beam style wrench, were simple but effective. They relied on a bending beam and a pointer to measure torque. These tools laid the groundwork for the more advanced designs we'll discuss later in this video. The beam torque wrench is one of the simplest and most reliable designs. It works by bending under load with a pointer that indicates the torque value on a scale. This is the beam style wrench. We've got the scale we read. We're going to follow this pointer. With this, I'm going to torque these nuts, these lug nuts, to 100 foot-pounds. And I'm going to try to do this while still watching this because it's not easy to do. Here's 100. Now, these are very inexpensive and they're very durable. They don't need calibration as there aren't any moving parts. They do require the user to view the scale directly, which can be inconvenient in tight spaces or low light condition. User error can also affect accuracy if the tool isn't held perfectly steady. In the 1930s, the click-style torque wrench was introduced, revolutionizing how torque was measured. Inside this wrench is a spring-loaded mechanism. It compresses as you adjust the torque settings. Once the preset torque is reached, the spring releases a cam inside that creates the distinctive clicking sound that we're all used to hearing when using one of these type of torque wrenches. So adjusting this torque wrench is pretty simple. You use the adjustment knob at the base of the handle, setting it, and then it's ready to go. So with this unit, you have foot-pounds. The bottom main handle adjusts to the basic torque level. This particular wrench goes from 20 foot-pounds to 150 foot-pounds. So if you adjust the bottom portion up to 30 foot-pounds and land on the 0 at the upper scale, which is the precision end of it, that will get you 30 foot-pounds. If you turn the upper scale from 1 to 9, that'll go from 31 to 39. I'll set this one on 33, and then there is a lock mechanism that you twist in this one, and that will lock it. So with the click style wrench, I always start out with my torque wrench set at the lowest setting. You should always do that as a good practice as you finish every time you use it. This keeps the spring from the inside from becoming deformed or losing its tension, and it will ensure that your torque wrench stays accurate longer. So I'm going to set this at 100 foot-pounds. So the 0 is at the baseline for 100 foot-pounds. So I don't need to do any further adjustments. I'm going to lock this in place. I'm going to install my short extension. Always use a short extension if you have to use one. Preferably don't use one. And then we'll move on and try to torque this lug nut. One click and only one click. Do not click more than once. Anything more than that, you're over tightening it. And remember, when you're finished, lower the torque wrench down to its lowest setting. And that will ensure that your torque wrench stays accurate for a much longer period of time. A couple of things you need to think about with these wrenches is you don't drop them because these are sensitive. You always take care of them, keep them clean. I keep mine in a case. That ensures that it stays accurate as long as it can possibly stay accurate. Now let's look at the split beam torque wrench, a more modern twist on the traditional click style design. Instead of using a spring that's constantly under tension, the split beam design uses a dual beam mechanism. This results in less internal stress when the wrench isn't in use, meaning it holds its calibration longer. So the way you adjust this is there's a locking cover. You open that cover, you have a visual scale. You read the visual scale and adjust it to where you want it, and then you lock it back. This locks it in place and prevents accidental changes in the setting. So with the beam style torque wrench, we just flip open this cover, adjust the knob to 100 foot-pounds, flip the cover back, install my extension and socket, one click. Remember, only one click. The pros, this requires less frequent calibration. It's durable and accurate. It's also bulkier than traditional click wrenches, and it's much more expensive up front. So fast forward to today, and we have the digital torque wrench. This tool is packed with a lot of technology, and it does deliver unmatched precision and usability. So it uses electronic sensors to measure the force applied to the wrench. They show real-time torque values and often include audible, visual, or in some cases, vibration alerts when the target torque is reached. So setting the value on a digital torque wrench is very simple, just adjusting the numbers up and down to get your torque. But many digital wrenches allow you to switch between units like this one, foot-pounds to Newton. Some models even offer Bluetooth connectivity for logging torque data. This one in particular does not. Now we have our digital torque wrench. I'm going to turn it on. It is set at 95 foot-pounds. I'm going to set it up to 100. We will install our extension and our socket, and we'll listen for the tone. Right there. One beep, we're good, no more. These are extremely accurate. They're easy to use with clear feedback, and they're ideal for precision work. They are expensive, they're battery dependent, and they do require calibration over time. So next is the digital torque meter. If you already have a good set of ratchets, a digital torque meter might be the perfect addition to your toolbox. So how it works, a digital torque meter uses what they call a strain gauge or gauges built into the unit. They measure the torque applied to the wrench. These sensors detect tiny deformations that are caused by the force and convert them into electronic signals. The torque is displayed in real time on the screen, and some models provide audible visual alerts when the desired torque is reached. This one does provide that audible alert. These are really easy to set, just the plus or minus button to adjust them. You can adjust it from Newton meters to foot-pounds very easily. They're very versatile, portable, and often more affordable than a standalone digital torque wrench. Now I'm using a standard long-handled half-inch ratchet and my torque meter. I'm going to turn on my torque meter, and then I'm going to set it for 100 foot-pounds. $100. So I'm going to attach this to my ratchet. I'm going to connect my extension. And of course it turned off, so I'm going to turn it back on again. And as soon as it shows up at 100 foot-pounds, which it's thinking about it, there we go. Now you listen for the tone. Right there, 100. We are all good. So they're cost effective and flexible, easy, portable to carry. They attach to different tools. They don't take up a huge amount of space in your toolbox. These do add bulk to the ratchets when you're using them. They're not ideal for tight spaces, and they do require batteries and calibration. So choosing the right torque wrench depends on your needs. For occasional DIY projects, a beam or a click style wrench might be perfect. If you're a professional or need ultimate precision, a split beam digital or digital gauge may be the way to go. Whatever you choose, don't abuse it. Get it regularly calibrated because a poorly calibrated wrench can lead to under tightening and over tightening bolts, which can be dangerous. So I hope you've enjoyed this video. I hope that it has provided some information with the deep dive in history and evolution of torque wrenches. Whether you're using a classic beam wrench or the latest digital meter, these tools are indispensable for precision and safety. So if you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Appreciate you watching. And as always, God bless and have a great day.